Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the market updates. Uh, Sorry, there was a bit of a glitch earlier. Um, yeah, so we are going to look again on the day bar, the day bar time frame of the markets, right? We're going to review what happened yesterday, right? We did analysis on the currencies and the Dow. So let's see what happened yesterday after our analysis. Um, but I'm going to do this on slightly different format. So I'm going to go fast on the currencies, right? Looking at candle 8, so that you can model this kind of analysis with your own routines, right? Every day you have the checklist. Is going to be faster. It's not possible to me to do that fast through the Zoom session. So you complement this analysis with your own checklist. Okay, uh, right. Before we start, right, if you're excited about today's market, please type excited on the chat. Okay, excited. Great. Thank you. Yeah, despite the market wasn't moving as we anticipated, but that's another thing which I'm going to explain later. I mean, we had 5 SEF on the Dow, right? But the market decided, changed its mind midway during US Open, and we see that the signals actually when the market might be changing its mind. And I'll give you some explanation why it happens, and then you can anticipate this kind of move next month. Okay, actually, almost every month. Okay, this kind of volatility would happen. So we go into that. But before we start on the chart, I would like to remind you that you need to keep going for GOMO, which is our term, right? Uh, Grateful of the many opportunities that the market are giving us. Um, Even though we didn't catch the move yesterday, the variance is not as as our expectation. When you see that, like, the market, you're not in sync with the market. So the market is never wrong, right? It's us who is wrong, not in sync with what the market is saying. So when that happens, you don't chase the market, you just leave it, right? Because like I said before, right, after a big move in a market, the next day you will be given plenty of opportunities, right, on intraday. So we did see some opportunities earlier on the pre-market movement. So we go into that uh, on Dow a bit later. So let's just start with the currency market first. Okay, let me share you my screen. Okay, so this is the same chart that we use every day. So we still have the drawings from yesterday, right? And then we can analyze that. Wait, before I continue, can you see the chart and the mouse, my pointers moving? Yes, great, great. Thank you. Thank you, Casey. Okay, let me arrange this. Okay, so there. Let's start with Euro USD. Okay, one by one, fast. So no candle 8, right? Yesterday I said might be a continuation, right? How do you know? You check again. You check on your weekly fast, right? So let's just check. So this is the weekly on Euro USD, right? That reversal. So that's still the energy from that 3 SEF 3 weeks ago, right? It's just moving on this week, right? You know, the immediate the immediate exit that you learned on the foundation master class was this pivot, right? And super touch line. So it's going that way. We're going to see this a bit so that you know a continuation where you can re-enter on the move, right? It's the, I mean, with the day bar, I mean, you can re-enter here. I mean, yesterday, right? And you still get uh, uh, a good profit of moving down. I mean, since 2 days ago was a continuation trade. Okay, but we're looking for today's trade. So no candle 8, no candle 8 there, no candle 8 here, right? Harmonic forming. Those that you see harmonic uh, forming, it's the one that you need to keep looking at every day. Okay, Euro yen, no candle 8. Oh, there's a doji there, right? Not so strong a doji. Uh, let's look. Okay, let's look a bit on this later because there is a doji. This one is a harami, not one of the candle 8, so you can ignore that for now. And then US dollar yen, right? We analyze this and we identify this is as 3 SEF, and that's a trade for you, right? So far, at least 60 points you get, right? Your immediate exit would be that super touch line. So profit on that, I mean, we also analyze this USD, USD Canadian, right? If I zoom in, right, we took that. Why? Again, the weekly, right? We see this as a big harmonic reversal. So immediate exit, right? We identify this. If you draw your cluster, and then you see a cluster near here, so that's your immediate strong exit, right? And it did reach that level. Okay, it did. So you took that trade. Right? It's a continuation trade, right? This bar and this bar, right? Both give you profit, right? Not stop out. Right? This, I mean, this is way earlier. So if you miss this first move, you can trade the continuation. And you see here, we identified yesterday that this is your immediate exit, super touch, right? And then you see cluster there. And sure enough, right? Yesterday was here, right? I said you shouldn't worry about this because it might continue, right? It did continue, right? And give us about almost 200 points, right? Nice move from Monday since we identify this. Okay, 200 points, not bad. So that's USD Canadian. No candle 8 on Australian dollar USD, right? It keeps forming, extending its harmonic. So we just wait for candle 8 for that. So NZD USD, right? 3 SCF trade here, right? That's on Monday analysis. You get 200 points, another 200 points. GBP, Australian dollar continuation trade, harmonic forming. We wait for candle 8. No candle 8 just yet. Now this one, right? Euro GBP. There is a candle 8. Yesterday, I think I mentioned there might be a second give of this bearish move, right? We check the, again, higher time frame. Oh, wait, I think I don't have the weekly. Let's just check weekly here. Okay, let's check weekly here. Okay. So there, harmonic here, right? We haven't seen this on the past few days, right? Until harmonic appear, sorry, candle 8 appear, and then it's a harmonic forming, right? And it's a harami, not a candle 8. So you know, see, okay, no candle 8 signal, but it's a reversal signal of HBR. So here, okay, we should look deeper here because of the harmonic on weekly. So let's check. Let's just check the okay, whether we can see a reversal, and then so retracement extension from XA and BC, right? And then you check pro projection, right? A, B, C, D. Okay, let me fix that. Need to be precise there. So you have cluster here, cluster here, cluster here, right? It bounce out of cluster. I mean, you just draw three retracement extension, and then projection there. And then you got this strong cluster, right? If you go to daily, hope it's still there. Yeah, it's still there. So there is your cluster, right? So it bounced out of this cluster, right? Cross up and close a bit, and then close down and close. And then this one is actually crossing a cluster also. So this is actually a trade for you, right? To form another harmonic there. So you also 3 SEF, right? Candle 8, pivot, and uh, cluster. To this higher time frame, let's check the daily cluster. So this is how you do it. I mean, you mark it on the weekly like that, right? These two cluster, and then you just delete that and do your, you delete the setups, the Fibonacci setups of the weekly, and then you start drawing your daily, and whether that's in support of this reversal. Okay, so this is the recent retracement extension, and then you draw from obvious high here, right, to obvious low. There. So not really, it's too far apart. There is a cluster right there, so that's why it bounced, right? Daily bar cluster, day bar cluster was the same as the weekly. So let's try this on the daily. This is probably similar with the weekly though. Oh, this one. Yeah, so that's your cluster also. So daily cluster and the weekly, right? The same level. So that's a strong day bar 3 SEF. Okay, with the support of harmonic HPR, harmonic pattern reversal. So you have three signal plus support of HPR on weekly. So that's a valid trade. Okay, just manage your risk, right? Okay, that's 0 GPP. No, this is pretty much going sideways, so you ignore that, right? A lot more opportunities out there. So harmonic forming, oh, we already go through that. Okay, this one, GBP Canadian. I think we highlight this on the weekly. Wait, let me just look the weekly. Okay, that's your weekly. Oh yeah, harmonic reversal. Okay, it reversed there. I think this is let's just look at it quickly. So that might be a continuation trade of this reversal. Okay. So retracement extension one, right, and then you can take projection here. Okay, there. So yeah, I mean this is a strong one, right? Overlap each other, right, and at the pivot also, and then the reverse. So that's a strong signal from weekly. So HPR, not candle 8, HPR with cluster pivot, right, and pivot. So two signals on the weekly. So we go back to daily, day bar, right, and check. Yeah, that's a cluster of the weekly, right? Probably the same because we're using this, right, on the weekly and that. Right? If you want to be more precise, yes, we can do expansion, right? We add expansion from, expansion is to, this one, retracement extension, the recent one here. There also the same level. Okay, same level here. So let's do projection there. Okay, just to make sure the day bar gives you also projection. Not here. So that's not it. So this one, and yeah, that one will be the same. Okay, let's check expansion though. I mean with yeah, the same. So no, I mean adds to the signal, right? So this is a strong cluster, right? And then the market goes down, close, right? Cross and close, and then cross up and close. So this is your continuation trade out of this reversal, right? Continuing the weekly HPR uh, trajectory. So your valid trade, right, including pivot, candle 8, and Fibonacci cluster, right? And then you have the help of the weekly, give you two signals. And then there's a harmonic here, right? Small harmonic. If you notice X, A, B, C, D, right? So that's a trade also for you. Okay. I mean, if there are multiple opportunities, you pick the strongest one. Okay, if you want to pick two, you divide your risk to those two markets. Okay, that's the rule. Then next one, GBP New Zealand dollar. I think we check the weekly also. No candle 8 though. Okay. Oh, we identified this as a second gift yesterday, I think. Right. Harmonic there.
Sorry, Alan, I missed it. The GBP Canadian was a buy, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
So it was a buy, and it did went up, right, from this reversal. Can give you.
It's still a buy.
Well, it's a continuation trade now.
Yeah.
It's 200 points already moving. So yes, you can take this as a continuation trade because it's a super touch, right? Super touch, and candle 8 bullish engulfing, right? Two signals are on pivot also. So three signals for that continuation, right? Just be careful with harmonic disruption. Harmonic disruption. You see here, right? It's forming harmonic already. I would be very defensive on this one. Okay, quickly on moving to free trade. Okay, XABCD. It's already forming. Right? Check your 4 hour. Okay, and draw your cluster there. If there is a cluster, it might bounce there. Right? Going sideways a bit. If it decides to continue, you can trade the continuation again. Okay. That's for GBP, NZD, Australian dollar yen. It was interesting because it keeps extending. Wait for candle 8 there. Okay, this one in particular, it's actually aligning up. Okay, aligning up trade. You see here, it's similar to the one that I discussed on the YouTube video on the power of higher time frame, right? Similar to that, right? You see harmonic here, XABCD, right? This is not so strong, this one. The bigger one is actually, no, not also. So this one, the immediate one, XABCD, right? And it gives you this dark cloud, right? And then dark cloud, HPR dark cloud, most probably cluster there and divergence. So 3 SCF on weekly. Remember, 3 SCF is very strong. So if you see that, right, that probably is going to be a big move. Remember, go to daily and take continuation, right? I mean, it reverse there, right? And then this is your continuation trade. Okay. Remember to SCF signal enough, right? Well, this is not candle 8, so you wait. This is the one. Okay, sorry. This one. K2 signal is this one. Okay, and then if you didn't take that, you were given another chance here. Okay, um, and then I also mentioned that on that power of higher time frame, you can take continuation on 4 hours, right? If you miss that day bar, right, you can take this one. If you miss this, you took. I mean, you can take this one, right? Miss that again, the market gives you another one. I mean, these two is good trade, right? Two signals. Actually, these three. But market gives you lower bar, you take it, right? You take this one, okay, and then you write that move, okay. You write this move, right? 240 points, not a reversal, continuation, which you learn on the foundation masterclass, right? Remember that. That's why we're doing uh, weekly update for us to catch the lining up on the weekly, and then you wait for this kind of move, right? Even this is going sideways here, right? If you catch this and then you can keep it, right? Haven't been stop out, or you catch this. If you cannot catch those, sorry, on the daily first, right? You cannot catch the daily, you miss the daily, and then you can catch the 4 hour, right? Continuation trade. So let's check next week whether we have such setup forming. So 2, 3. Oh, right. We need to get to please accidentally close yesterday. So daily currency, sorry, daily currency pairs 3. Where was it yesterday? Okay, let's just do the weekly first. Okay, so to save time, right? You know this, you can do this fast, right? The same interval, and then we change it to daily. Okay, the third set, Canadian Swiss franc. Yes, there was a candle 8 there, and then we check the weekly on this. So we turn off the interval and then check weekly quickly. Um, yeah, the weekly was harmonic and reversal. So that's a strong one. Okay. So today's bar, or yesterday's bar was actually a continuation trade, right? You need two only, and you were given two, right? MA and candle 8. Okay, that's a trade already got triggered though, right? Not yet actually. You still can get in, right? Uh, yeah, that's a trade for you, right? This one, I think yesterday Casey asked, right, whether there's continuation. Yes, it might be continuation when you see the 4 hour, right? You check 4 hour, right? And then we I think we see this or this bar, yeah, the first one. So you see less engulfing and shooting star there, and you need only two signals for continuation. If you took that yesterday, right, be mindful of harmonic disruption, uh, 30 points, right? Uh, Not so much, but still a profit. Okay, might continue again. Sorry, might continue again today, right? Because you see the weekly was doing. Okay, sorry. So the weekly was uh, a continuation, right, from this. Okay, continuation trade from this MA crossing. Okay, so that's one, and then Euro Canadian. Yes, okay. Let's check again. Continuation trade. Okay, so many opportunities. I mean, you don't have to take them all. Again, harmonic, right? Reversal. Still continuing. No reversal signal on weekly. So this can be a continuation trade. Yesterday's bar, right? Bouncing off this one, bouncing off uh, support touch line. So again, be mindful of harmonic disruption. So that's your trade. This is continuation trade, no candle 8, right? You check again like I did. Okay, Euro and GD, I think we traded this, give recommendation on this, right? Because of harmonic uh, reversal. Okay, harmonic reversal. So yes, we took this one, right? And then it gave us 300 points, Euro and GD, 300 points. Okay. Uh, so we wait for a reversal then and check your cluster where it might go next. Okay, whether this is the cluster, then you can exit, right? 300 points. Australian Canadian, we already also, oh, that was doji, and then we ignore that, but harmonic there, but it moves big, and then there's a continuation trade, right? This one, we wait for a reversal. Remember, when things lining up, go to 4 hour and 1 hour to take advantage of the continuation trade of such big move. Okay. Yeah, I think we're done with currencies. Okay, 30 minutes. Yeah, 25 minutes actually. So that's it, right? So when you analyze less market than this, right, you can go even faster, right? 15 minutes. I said, right, trading doesn't have to watch the screen all day long, right? You should, okay, you can do this kind of analysis, right? Just 15 minutes of your time every morning, and you already cover 24 markets. Okay, 24 markets, and you see the opportunities that you get, right? Euro NZD here, right? You get 300 points from such analysis, right? And I mean, we see, I mean, USD Canadian, you get 200 points, right? So many opportunities. So what you need to do is just go to your screen every morning for 15 minutes and see this, right? Uh, and then I'll do my market updates, right? You can go through this earlier and then you can match with what I'm doing. Okay, that's currencies, right? We go quickly to Dow now. Okay, Dow. What happened to Dow yesterday? Okay, let's check. The weekly give. Okay, the weekly gave a strong bearish reversal actually. Three SCF. Uh, yeah, three SCF here, right? Weekly. Give you this bar, right? It's a strong move, right? We identify the daily move of 1,000 points move from the doji. Sorry, not this one. Oh yeah, this one. Sorry, from this doji, right? 1,300 points move, right? And then we identify the harmonics forming. Oh, sorry, not this. This is S&P. I'm pointing to the wrong chart. So this is the signal, right? 3 SEF because of harmonic, right? Candle 8 and uh, divergence. Okay, on the day bar, and then it reverses and then gives you another harmonic, right? That harmonic, and then we go to daily, and we saw this hammer, right? Tiny little hammer, right? That gives us the 5 ICF, 4 ICF for the day bar, and then the weekly gives us that big harmonic forming. So what happened? I mean, okay, sorry. What happened yesterday? I mean, while we're doing that, right? You have the responsibility of watching your trade, right? Watching your trade, and then I'll go to, okay, wait. Let's go to 4 hour, only on down. So we go to 4 hour, right? And then you see on the 4 hour chart is forming a harmonic, right? And then it's more accurate on the, you can see it more clearly on the pre-market, right? Remember, I asked you to see both chart, because the US market open tends to give you a gaps, right? And then sort of hide the real signal. So you see the pre-market gives you harmonic there, right? When we analyzed this yesterday, was the price was right here, already forming, right? And then you see this, right? That is a signal of a reversal, right? Then you exit your trade, you enter there. I mean, you almost get 200 points there, right? 120 points. If you took the day bar, um, this day bar, right? The hammer, okay? You get 190 points. Then you know there's a harmonic disruption, you get so much profit, you accept, right? And then you wait. And then intraday, the market was reversing, right? 4 hour. Let's this one, okay? It is reversing on during US market open, right? And then you draw your cluster. Okay, let's draw a cluster. I mean, there is a cluster here. Let's do it on the 4 hour. Okay, go to this quickly. Sorry, retracement extension and then retracement extension. There. You have several. I mean, it went through this and then it continues to break another one. Okay. Okay, let's just check the projection from there. Okay. See, it's getting clearer the signal. So you have several, and it breaks through that, breaks through that. There is only a pause during after lunch, right after lunch around 1 a.m. There is a pause there on 15 minutes bar, 1 hour bar, and the market decided to go down. What happened? Okay, so this is what you need to pay attention every month. Every month you have a schedule of options expiry dates. Usually the third week of the third Friday of every month. But every quarter there will be what they call quadruple witching date, where not only just one option, one market that expire, the stock option, right, every month. But four, the index future is expiring, the index option is expiring, the market, the stock option is expiring, and then the stock future is expiring at the same time. So you should expect volatility during this time. Okay, volatility every month, but especially every quarter at the end. I mean, the third Friday, and then the third Friday. Okay, you watch for volatility. It's good to trade intraday actually for Jaeger Cat. And then another factor, right? That's the third Friday, which is last Friday. And then every month there will be a rebalancing of portfolios on the big funds, right? Between the bond market and the stock market. So when they think that the market is still too high, right? Is too high, they would balance it out and then sell some of the portfolio and move it to the bond market. And vice versa. If they think the market is low, they're going to balance it out and put more money on the stock market. So that happens every month. And then when you see that coincides with the technicals, right? The technicals, I mean, when you see harmonic forming, either the not weekly is for long term, the daily harmonic, daily harmonic, and then 4 hour, right? Those are the two immediates. When that happens, I mean, you see a reversal on both, it's going to be amplified, right? Because of this rebalancing on both. I mean, you get the quad reaching day and then the rebalancing. So both would amplify the move, right? If it's, they think it's, I mean, HPR would move usually 38%, 62%, it would move more. So you pay attention to this on when this happens. I mean, a harmonic happens during the end of the month, right? For rebalancing, especially when it's coupled with the options expiration. Expiration date. Okay, especially again every quarter. Okay, September is one, and then December, right? March, March, June, September, and December. And then, of course, there's expiration every month. Okay, that's why we see a lot of volatility. This is good for intraday trade, actually. So that's what happened with the market yesterday, why we see such big move. Now we wait, right? We wait for another signal. So no signal so far. You can trade intraday, but for day bar trade, we wait for another SCF. Okay. Right. Okay, I think we finish this by 40 minutes. I'm going try to go fast so that we can finish within 30 minutes every time. Right? If it goes beyond 30 minutes, people would not stay put. Okay, especially this one is for YouTube. Any question?
Alan, this is Nelson here.
Yeah, yeah.
On the trend of the day, right? We are looking at daily, of course, but if you're trading 1 hour and 15, should we be looking at 4 hour also?
Yes.
Okay.
So both. So both.
Okay. What constitutes a trend? So is it SEF? Is it too higher high, higher low, or too low low, or is it if it's below super touch or above the super touch?
So I mean, a trend is preceded by SEF reversal, right? 3 SEF reversal. That's preceding that, and then you watch the to lower low, to higher high, to high, to higher high, to higher low, or to lower low, to lower high, right? Those uh, generic identification of a trend. But you see a trend still continuing when it did a continuation trade, right? Bouncing off usually a super touch line, whether in 4 hour and 1 hour, and then you watch that, and that's another signal for you that the market is going to be continuing the trend. Okay, I mean it's the Dow is in line its frequency with Fibonacci. So when you see harmonic, right? Harmonic, that's also confirms your trend, right? You see a reversal on bearish, right? And then you see a harmonic. We call it female W-shaped harmonic. Then it's in support of the reversal move, right? It's going to continue. I mean, we see that here, right, on day bar, right? We see that here. It's a reversal here, right? And then this harmonic appeared and then pass on identifying that this is going to continue the trend. And then the harmonic appears again, then 4 hour gives us signal, right? This is going to continue the trend down, right? Especially with those dates that I mentioned. You just pay attention to harmonic, and then you can catch the trend continuation.
Okay. And if there's conflict, 4 hour and 1 day?
Conflict, you take the lower time frame as an immediate one. Okay, immediate one. Because, okay, 1 day gives you a bullish HPR reversal, right? But the 4 hour immediately like what happened yesterday. So you go for the 4 hour and then see how far it's going, right? Before again wait for the day bar to kick in. I mean, this one on this example, right? I mean, it didn't reverse a bit, but this is just continuation of the D, right? Both on the weekly and the day, right? So you wait again for a reversal. A reversal HPR, a reversal is almost guaranteed, like no 100%, almost guaranteed. There will be a reversal somewhere. Wait for that SCF signals again. Okay. Great. Any more questions? So you want to take advantage of the big reversal, wait for another one. I mean, this one got disrupted, right? Wait for a big reversal, wait for another candle 8 with SCF, right? 3 or more. In the meantime, you trade intraday. Okay, just I mean, like I said, just ride the waves, right? And then when you see again 3 SEF, then you fix your gaze on the daily trajectory, right? While being mindful again to the lower time frame harmonic disruption. I think that's it for today's updates. Thank you for your joining. Thank you for joining this session. Right. Happy trading. Have a great day. Right. I'll see you again tomorrow. Goodbye.